What's good, y'all? It's your boy Mixtape Moth, and we got a new one. Finally, we got a new one from the Brownsville Slugger and M.O.P. affiliate Teflon, representing First Family. Yes, the same Teflon from Four Alarm Blaze, The Rawness, and other M.O.P. features. He's back outside with a new album. Now, this is Teflon's first release since his 1997 debut, My Will. Well, technically, he had a mixtape in 2006 called Bad News, but we can say his last official release was 97. And if you recall, Teflon had a strong buzz leading up to that album, with his distinctly rugged voice and primo connections. It was a little shocking that he didn't drop more albums and get more exposure. But to keep it a buck, his debut album, My Will, didn't really live up to expectations. And I think the main reason was because the production was just okay. I mean, there was no primo on the boards, for crying out loud. However, he is finally back after this long hiatus for a new project entitled Two Sides to Every Story. And it contains production from the one and only DJ Premier and New York female producer Jazimoto. So they basically split the production duties down the middle, just like Kanye and Pharrell did with Pusha, and also what Muggs and Madlib did for Mayhem Lauren. It contains 14 songs lasting approximately 36 minutes, but with that being said, let me go ahead and just hit y'all with this track-by-track breakdown. The opener, Two Sides, is just a cinematic intro where Primo explains what is all about to take place. Track 2, Out the Gate, has a definitive Primo instrumental. It's a soulful piano-tinged beat with scratching that feels like it could have been made in any era. And Teflon gives us a rough and high-energy performance. He alludes to his absence with, dude, it was heist time when we seen the ice shine, but it wasn't my time to shine then, even though I had the bright mind. So yeah, as a whole, dope first track that is bound to restore that 90s Brooklyn feel. Now, track 3, Contraband, easily has one of the hardest Primo beats we've heard in years. I love the blaring horns and tense strings. The scratching was phenomenal. It's a straight up scorcher. And the best song off the project, Primo was definitely in his bag on Contraband. Yeah, if you don't like this track, Contraband, then it's safe to say you just don't get it. Following this is For the Love, also produced by Premier, and it has a dusty string loop that's a little more down-tempo, something smooth but rugged. And on this one, Teflon shares some of his streetwise wisdom. He warns of the double crosses and extortion that can happen when you are on a mission for the dough. I like how he cleverly referenced the movie Carlito's Way with, and it be the same dudes you grew up with who come up and rub you. When you can't see them angles anymore, you in trouble. So I always thought that was a really deep and fire line from Carlito's Way. Immediately after is the Jazimoto produced It Is What It Is, featuring Lil Fame, and it has the 90s shout out chorus and a brighter jazzy boom bap beat. Here, Teflon is doing some more OG talk and really putting the whole game into perspective, and he maturely raps, I paid the price of harsh living, rolled the dice twice, dodged prison, nothing left to do with my life but start living. Track 6 is Life in the Fez, which features a funky bass line and a jazz rhythm from Jazimoto. Is scratching from Primo, who kills it with the Havoc and Big Daddy Kane scratch. It was basically a cautionary tale for those who want to embrace the street life, and it kind of slaps. Next is Some Fellas on the Block skit with some words from Teflon, but it is followed by the horn-fueled M.O.P. banger called Know Our Way Around. I have to say, Jazimoto cooked up a lively Brooklyn anthem here with that vintage Brownsville flair. Then track 9 is Fake No Love, and it's backed by an off-kilter jazzy beat from Jazimoto, which has more of a live instrument feel, but it's still hard. I believe this song is from a couple years back, and there's also some scratching that's credited to DJ Eclipse and not Primo, but as a whole, another solid record. Afterwards is Baby, produced by Jazimoto, and it's my least favorite track by far. Not because of the production, but it is due to the hook from iFresh, which felt like nails on a chalkboard to me. Yeah, it's one I won't be returning to. Following this is Hostile Takeover with Benny the Butcher, and I was really glad to see these two link up. It was an unexpected collab, and this has a cheerful golden era primo beat that once again feels timeless. While Tef had a solid verse, it was some of Benny's lines that stood out, like Curl bricks for arm strength. Me, I was the outcast in the family like Andre. Use these beats like a therapist, but I'm careful now because the feds out here trying to use these lyrics for trial. So Benny is speaking straight facts that hopefully some of the youngins, if they're listening, can adhere to. Then there is the How It Was skit where Teflon talks about the old Brooklyn. The second to last song is The Thorough Side, and it's another primo slapper with punchy drums, horns, and chilling strings. The M.O.P vocal scratches and the Nas definitely hit hard. It's bound to make one envision those high-rise New York City tenements and really all things Brooklyn. Yeah, another First Family banger. Then this project closes out with Life in the Feds remix. Now the only change here is the beat, which has more of a mellow and jazzy quality. So when deciding between this and the original, I'd probably prefer the remix since the calmer beat really complements his gritty vocals. So overall, I'm gonna give this project a rating of a strong 3.5 to 4 mics. After all these years, I did find it inspirational that Teflon was able to come back and put out a dope project like he never left. Vocally, he still sounds the same, and he hasn't lost a step since the 2000s, and that is awesome. Now, I might be getting caught up in a little nostalgia here since we did get Teflon over 5 primo beats, but I did find this to be an enjoyable listen. This was my first time hearing Jazimoto on the boards, and I think she did well. You know, it's apparent that she's a musician with some talent. Now, there was a greedy part of me that would have liked for Primo to handle the whole thing, but don't get it twisted. Jazimoto did her thing, and the only song that I disliked was Baby, and that was due to the annoying hook. But yeah, it's good to still see Teflon repping strong and showing that hunger, especially after that long ass hiatus. Hopefully he keeps recording. Favorite tracks include Out the Gate, Contraband, For the Love, Know Our Way Around, Hostile Takeover, The Thorough Side, and Life in the Feds remix. Let me know what you thought about this project in the comment section. It's your boy Mixtape M.O.P. I'm signing out, but be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. As always, it's peace and blessings. Teflon, 2 sides to every story, 1.